would your life look like if you no longer had any negative thoughts? If you think that your life would be awesome, can I get an aye?
Aye.
Thank you. Tony Robbins does that. I always wanted to do it. But just think about it. Being happy, positive. How about this? Bathing in the emotion of bliss every second of every day. But is this even remotely possible? Of course it is. And this evening, I will show you 4 techniques to help you eliminate negative thoughts from the mind. Before I do that, the scientists have learned and they've proven that each of us has over 50,000 separate thoughts a day. And the funny thing is, the vast majority of these are not new. We are thinking the same things over and over again and again. Your subconscious mind, your inner mind, can only hold one thought at a time. And it makes no difference to your mind whether that thought is constructive or destructive, positive or negative. It makes no difference to your mind, but it makes all the difference to your life and to your life to come. Perhaps the most important mental and spiritual principle ever discovered is this: you become what you think about most of the time. Your outer world is usually the mirror image of your inner world. So if you change your negative thinking, you can change your life. So the following are 4 techniques that will help you weed out all those nasty negatives in your mind. The first technique is called the cut it off technique. Hiya! Several years ago, when me and my mom moved to Reseda, we lived in an apartment complex. And there I met a handyman. His name? Mr. Miyagi. He taught me several things. How to wax his cars, paint his fence, the crane. He also taught me the cut it off technique. He said, Richardson, whenever you do the cut it off technique, you must do this. Hi-ya! Here's how it works. The instant you recognize that you are having a negative thought, you immediately cut it off. Hi-ya! And insert a totally different thought into your mind. You don't argue with it. You don't analyze it. You simply cut it off. So let's say, for example, you're having the following negative thought. Oh, what's the use? I'm worthless. Immediately cut it off. Hi-ya! And insert. I'm a person of high value. I absolutely love myself. You must reject every negative thought as soon as it enters your mind, because that is when they are at their weakest. Kill the monster when it's small. The second technique is called the unreactive technique. Here you become the observer of your negative thought. You label it, then you ask yourself a question. What is happening inside of me? And your answer? I am having a negative thought. But remember this most important truth. Negatives only have power over you if you react to them. Once again, since Norm wasn't paying attention, negatives only have power over you if you react to them. If you fail to react to your negative thoughts, they will lose their power and disappear. The third technique is called the opposite technique. In this technique, you counteract your negative thought with the exact opposite. So let's say, for example, you're having the following negative thought. I'm the unluckiest person in the world. I just bought a new non-stick pan and now I can't get the label off. Counteract it with the exact opposite. I'm a luck magnet. I'm the luckiest person in the world. I think I'll play the lottery tonight. Or, let's say you're put in this uncomfortable unfortunate situation. Hey, babe. You want to be my Valentine?
No.
I knew she would have called a guy like me. I'm too ugly, too fat, I need to get some muscles. Counteracted with the exact opposite thought. I am the prize to all women. I have a buff, ripped body, just like Randy Macho Man Savage. Oh yeah! That's for you, man. It's the law of substitution. Your mind can only hold one thought at a time, positive or negative. So you could choose to substitute a positive thought for a negative one whenever you feel like it. The fourth and the final technique is called the exaggeration technique. In this technique, you take your negative thought and you exaggerate it. You make it totally absurd, ridiculous, totally unbelievable. Because when you exaggerate your negative thought, you also take away its power. So let's say, for example, you're having the following negative thought. I'm going to lose my job. I just know it. Exaggerate it. Make it totally ridiculous, totally absurd, and totally unbelievable. Not only am I going to lose my job, I'll probably lose my house. Not only am I going to lose my house, I'll probably lose my car. Not only am I going to lose my car, I'll probably lose all of my clothes. Not only will I lose my clothes, I'll probably get this weird illness where all my limbs fall off. My arms will fall off. My legs will fall off. And I'll be this short, naked, homeless stuff hopping around on the side of the road. And everyone's going to look at me and say, that is one unlucky dude. Make it absurd, because laughter is also one of the many cures for negative thinking. So in conclusion, let me restate the four techniques. The cut it off technique, the unreactive technique, the opposite technique, and the exaggeration